is your 420 Radio News for Tuesday, May 28, 2013. I'm Russ Belville. Colorado marijuana regulations signed into law from the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. A set of laws to govern how recreational marijuana should be grown, sold, and taxed was signed into law Tuesday in Colorado, where Democratic Governor John Hickenlooper called the laws the state's best attempt to navigate the uncharted territory of legalized recreational pot. The laws cover how the drug should be raised and packaged, with purchasing limits for out-of-state visitors and a new marijuana driving limit as an analogy to blood alcohol levels. Hickenlooper didn't support marijuana legalization last year, but he praised the regulatory package as a good first crack at safely overseeing the drug. Colorado's new marijuana laws include buying limits for out-of-state visitors. Visitors over 21 would be limited to 1/4 of an ounce in a single retail transaction, though they could legally possess the full ounce. The marijuana laws include a new series of taxes on the drug. If voters agree this fall, recreational pot would be facing a 15% excise tax, with the proceeds marked for local school construction. There would also be a new recreational pot sales tax of 10%, in addition to the regular statewide and local sales taxes. The special sales tax would be spent on marijuana regulation and new educational efforts to keep the drug away from children. Laxer marijuana laws linked to increase in kids' accidental poisonings? From CBS News. More kids appear to be getting their hands on marijuana-laced brownies, cookies, and beverages sold at medical marijuana dispensaries, leading to an uptick in emergency room visits at one Colorado hospital. For the study, researchers compared accidental marijuana ingestion rates at a Colorado children's hospital before and after October 2009. Prior to September 30th, 2009, 0 of 790 accidental poisoning cases were for marijuana. After October 1st, 2009, the number spiked to 14 of 588 cases, with 7 of them caused by eating medical marijuana products. Colorado voters legalized recreational marijuana use this past November, so increases in accidental ingestions may be even more likely in coming years. The solution may be child-resistant packaging. When child-resistant packaging was introduced for drugs like aspirin in the 1940s, accidental poisonings fell by 95%. Judge says no mention of Trayvon Martin's marijuana use or school suspensions in opening statements. From the Washington Post. Attorneys won't be able to mention Trayvon Martin's drug use, suspension from school, and past fighting during opening statements at the trial of a former neighborhood watch volunteer who fatally shot the teen, a judge ruled Tuesday. The judge also ruled that some of Martin's texts and other social media statements won't be allowed in opening statements, though it too could be allowed later with a ruling from the judge depending on how the case progresses. O'Mara told the judge that Martin's marijuana use and past fighting was central to the argument that Zimmerman used self-defense when he confronted Martin last year at a gated community in Sanford, Florida. Federal employees have new option to support marijuana reform charity from CBS Detroit. Marijuana advocates with government jobs will soon be able to support the cause directly through their paychecks. Starting this fall, federal government employees will have the option of choosing a payroll deduction benefiting a marijuana-related charity, Michigan Compassion, a federally recognized 501c3 nonprofit organization, will be included in the government's annual combined federal campaign catalog charity listings. Michigan Compassion co-founder Amish Parikh said his organization is the first medical cannabis federal nonprofit to be approved for the program. Other catalog charities include the Red Cross, Boy Scouts of America, and the American Cancer Society. Georgia starting safety Josh Harvey Clemons suspended for marijuana incident, from Sports Illustrated. Josh Harvey Clemons, Georgia's starting safety, was suspended for the team's season opener against Clemson, reports the Atlanta Journal-Constitution's Chip Towers. Harvey Clemons, a rising sophomore, was implicated for use of marijuana in a dorm room earlier this May. His teammate, tight end Ty Florney Smith, was also involved. Police were granted consent to search the residence, and no marijuana was found. However, Florney Smith and Harvey Clemons were said to have, quote, exhibited signs of marijuana ingestion as they had bloodshot eyes and dilated pupils. After questioning, the players admitted they had, quote, smoked a blunt. And in other news from Como News in Seattle, a man was stabbed twice during an argument over marijuana. The man had a large stab wound to his chest. Seattle fire personnel immediately called for paramedics units, and the victim was taken to Harborview Medical Center, where doctors soon discovered another stab wound to his lower back. In other news, nobody got stabbed at the liquor store. And this has been your 420 Radio News for Tuesday, May 28th, 2013. I'm Russ Belville. When we come back, we tell you the sad story of Jerry Duvall, a medical marijuana patient who's headed to the same federal prison facility as the Boston bombing suspect. You're listening to The Russ Belville Show on 420radio.org. We'll be right back.